Good evening and Shabbat Shalom, dear friends. Shabbat Shalom. With this final hour of Shabbat available to us, our holy day of joy and gratitude for the blessings in our lives still with us, we now bring that spirit of joy and gratitude and appreciation for the many blessings of Cantor Steve and his family. Tonight, we celebrate all the goodness that they have bestowed upon us. Tonight is a night of music and song. It's a night of heartfelt tribute, a night of love, and a night of sharing. So we want to wish a good evening to Cantor Steve and Lori and Sophie and Evan. How are you all doing?
We are doing not so badly. Thank you for asking. Lori and Sophie are in the other room listening along, and Evan's right here with me. He's going to play a little bit of guitar tonight at the beginning, and thank you all so much for being here. It's so heartwarming and really, it's lovely. It's really beautiful to have you with us, and I hope that this evening sort of feels like a campfire. It's a time for us to sing and talk and celebrate and just enjoy being together on a beautiful summer evening as Shabbat fades into the sunset and we get ready to enter yet another week. So with that said, let's sing something. I'm going to have Jason Marks put some lyrics up on the screen so you can all feel free to sing along with me. And it'll all pretty much make sense. We have several songs to sing tonight at our campfire, and everything has a reason, I'd say. Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. Is a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. It's time to stop. Hey, what's their sound? Everybody look what's going down. Up your volume next time. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly make hooray for our side. It's time to stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life. It will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step in line, the men come and take you away. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. That was Evan on the lead guitar tonight. All right, let's sing another song. You know, when I was a boy, it was the music of the synagogue that really touched my heart, and it bound me to a life of Judaism. And I became a cantor because I wanted to share Jewish music with other people so that other people could find the same joy I do. And just because it's our last night together doesn't mean I want to stop teaching you songs that I love. So I want to sing something that I sang for the first time last night, and I want to sing it again tonight if you haven't had a chance to, if you weren't there last night, if you haven't sung this before. So Jason, if you would please put some lyrics up on the screen for us. Thank you. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, a world of love and kindness we shall build together. I will build this world from love. And you must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh.
Okay, so while Jason's queuing this up, let me just take a minute and say we got so many videos in response to our call that we actually had to break it up. So don't be alarmed. If yours is not in this first segment, we did not forget about you, but it would have been ridiculously long if we did them all together. So Jason, go ahead.
This is the Cisco family wishing you love and light on your next adventure. We will greatly miss you at Temple Sinai. I remember taking a road trip with my family for a nice vacation, thinking we were going to have a great playlist, kick back, And then Louise put on you singing and chanting the Torah. And that's what we did for the next 8 hours in the car. Thank you.
My best memories are maybe spending the times we spent, instead of prepping my Torah portion, we were instead discussing the Cubs lineup for the upcoming season. But I think that was time well spent.
And I remember in prepping for my bat mitzvah, I remember being so embarrassed about my singing voice, and you gave me the courage to sing in front of my entire family. So I'm so grateful for that.
And of course, Steve, I remember the day you joined our temple and how great it was to see an old friend and a familiar face, and then to have you be part of our kids' bar mitzvahs was incredibly moving and special, and we will miss you.
Thank you for all your service and your beautiful singing over the years.
Good luck in your future endeavors, and we'll miss you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Hummel family. Well, we sure are going to miss you here at Temple Sinai. We're going to miss the banter that we have about the Cubs, and of course,
we're going to miss your wonderful rendition of Hallelujah.
Hi, Cantor Steve. We just wanted to thank you so much for being honestly one of the most influential people in both of our childhoods.
The music and love that you brought to services is not only something that we'll remember forever, but it is one of the main parts of why we love being Jewish in the first place.
It really is.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Cantor Steve, this is Bob Friedman, and I want to wish you the very best in your move. I really enjoyed having you as a Cantor.
Hi, Cantor Steve. It's the Ducor family. We are truly sorry to see you guys leave. Cantor, you are really the heart and soul of the congregation, and you made it so much fun and so rewarding to be at the synagogue.
Hey, Cantor. I'd just like to thank you for teaching me over the years. You know, you've been helping prepare me for my bar mitzvah, teaching me my Torah portion, and earlier today we had a session, so yeah, I'd like to thank you. I mean, you've been a great influence on me. You've taught me over the years. You've taught me music since I was like 3. You know, I love hanging out with Evan, and I'm sad to see you guys go.
Hi, Cantor Steve. It's Sharon Abrams. I've had so much fun playing with the 150 band, and I've composed something that I thought you'd like to hear. Good luck to you and your family. I'll miss you guys. Take care.
Oh, that was lovely. And we're just getting started. We're gonna turn now for our first toast to Susie Rubnik. Susie, over to you.
Thank you, Deb. Oh, Cantor Steve, I sure wish that I was talking to you today about plans for the choir for the next High Holy Days. By the way, did you order those risers so we could all better see each other over each other's heads? Maybe you can get that done before you go. Or if only we were just chatting about the amazing job that Evan did on his virtual bar mitzvah. But today I'm talking to you about what it meant to me and everyone to be in the High Holy Day Choir. And why? Because you're leaving us. Okay, from the moment you joined us, you welcomed us all to be participants in our holiday service. We got to be very engaged in the amazing music and songs, and we really felt like we were partnering with you to bring beautiful music to the congregation. I greatly appreciate you letting us change our outfits that we wore, no longer having to roast in those white polyester choir robes. Thank you so much for that change. Let's keep that in place. Rabbi, could you mention that to the new cantor? Thank you. And everybody in the choir really feels incredibly sad that you're going, and I picked a few words that they sent to me to share so that I can speak for the whole choir. So a few of the highlights from Howard Spiel. He said, 9 years of grace, warmth, patience, gentle good humor, spiritual guidance, and musical genius. Oh yeah, did I say patience? What more could we ask for? Maybe 9 more years? Okay, it's been an honor and a privilege to participate in the TSG choir under your patient, I know I said that, but it bears repeating, leadership. From Steve Abrams, he wrote a poem. We will miss your banter with the rabbi. We will miss you being the great chanter of the Torah. Thank you for being the grantor of the choir. We appreciate you being the planter of beautiful music. But most of all, I will miss the ranter we have about the Cubs. From Nancy Weiner and her family, we will miss you. Thank you for inviting me to the High Holy Day Choir. Talia said you are a great cantor. Thank you for preparing our girls for their bat mitzvahs. I love the Purim spiels too, and the annual Havdalah services for the school grades. And from Joyce Moskowitz, Cantor Steve, you provided my heart and soul with the music I needed to find my own voice. I will remember your warmth and smile and humor and oh, a greased Purim, where you brought your silly Danny to my goofy Sandy, and there was music of a sorts. Safe travels to you and your family. You will be missed. And Arlene really summed it up perfectly. We miss singing out loud with you and with everyone in the choir, which is a kind of a group hug more than anything. I have my music book ready. I hope to sing these songs and others in the future. Though you won't be there to lead us, we will remember you ever so fondly. I love you.
Susie, bye. Thank you so much for all of that. And thank you everyone that contributed their pieces to that. I'm so grateful for that, Susie Ribnick. Thanks so much.
And now let's have another song, shall we?
Is it song time?
Yeah, it's song time.
So what's song number 3 up there? I'm not even sure. Whatever it is, let's sing it together. Oh, I love this song. I hope you love this too. Let's sing together. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to the water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of sunshine, teardrop in my eye, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
member except Louise Spillman, who now I believe is going to read a poem that she has written for the occasion.
Okay.
Thank you very much. To our cantor named Steve, can it be true? This Havdalah farewell is made just for you? Why, it seems like last year how the time has flown by since you made your debut at our Temple Sinai. It's been 9 years together, Cantor Steve and guitar, where you have made music that has made you our star. Our sweet little temple on Shabbat Friday night heard beautiful prayers that were out of sight. Ancient prayers of our faith were sung with such grace. Your passion for Judaism could be seen on your face. From high holidays to Hanukkah, we celebrated with you to the lively Shabbat 150 and my favorite, Yehiyu. Every Yom Kippur morning, you stood by my side as I chanted from the Torah with you as my guide. Taught Shabbat for our youth, created a bond through B'nai Mitzvah, religious school, confirmation, and beyond. Your banter with Rabbi as you joked with each other made all of us feel like it was brother to brother. Then came pandemic, which was nobody's folly. An invisible war led to Zoom, golly golly. So that's how we connect, from our house, in a room. We celebrate all services by a miracle called Zoom. But that hasn't stopped us. We made a good choice when you came to our temple and brought your sweet voice. We thank you for your gifts, for your dedication as cantor, for your classical guitar playing, your enjoyable banter. We love all your family, a big part of your life, from Sophie to Evan to Lori, your wife. Continued life's blessings to you, Cantor Steve, to your new life adventure, with love, if you please, from all Temple Sinai and your friend Louise. And now, Cantor Steve, with your family, are they around? Please stand.
They are.
Are they anywhere near you?
They're watching in the next
Okay,
room.
that's all right. Did you ever see?
I can get any of them to
You want to get them? Come on in.
comes at least one.
Okay.
Make that.
Did you ever see part of a family so grand? Let's give them a hand. We wish you Toda Rabbah, V'Hatzlacha, Shalom, V'Lehitraot to all of you. All the best.
Well, Louise, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. You'll email that to me?
I sure will. I will.
Keep that handy all the time. That's really beautiful. Thanks so much for that.
Thank you for everything, all of you. That was lovely. And now, Jason, I think we're up for a second video segment.
We're the Caffel family.
Hi, Cantor Steve.
This is a sad day for us. We won't like not having you around, but we wish you all such good luck.
To you and Lori and Sophie and Evan.
We're going to miss you.
We're going to miss you.
We're going to miss you so much. You've made such an impact on my life as a B'nai Mitzvah, but also as just a student of yours. It's crazy. It feels like just yesterday I was Evan's TA in 3rd grade and I was talking to Sophie at camp. I love you kids so much.
And we're going to miss you all. And Lori, we wish you a lot of luck in your new position. And Cantor can't wait to see what you do with teaching B'nai Mitzvah kids in the future.
I really don't want to say goodbye, but what I do want to say is thank you for everything you did for us, for the temple, the music you brought, the fun for the choir. Yes, lots of music. We got to sing lots of music, and I really love that part. So wishing you the very best. Safe travel to Washington, D.C. Let us know when you get there. Send a text, a call, or, I don't know, maybe a singing telegram.
You say thank you. And we will miss you. Cantor Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you from the Al-Shea family.
It's the Johnson family. My best memory is the campfire sing-along cookout that we did here in the backyard for the temple fundraiser. Thank you so much for that.
My best memory with you is all the time that we spent in your office practicing for my bar mitzvah. Thank you for being an awesome cantor. Thank you for all the time you've put into making resources for us to use at home. Wouldn't have made it to my bat mitzvah without those.
Best wishes in DC, and we hope to come visit you soon.
We are really going to miss you here at Temple Sinai, but we wish you and your entire family the very best in Washington, D.C., and we'll especially miss Evan's guitar playing.
You've contributed so much to our temple over the many years that you've been with us, and we wish you, Lori, and the family all the best in D.C., and we certainly hope you have the opportunity to come back and visit.
Mazel tov.
Cantor Steve, Cantor Steve. We loved Shabbat 150.
Cantor Steve was always empty.
Cantor Steve, Cantor Steve. Jewish chops by the band made our services oh so grand. Send a prayer to our old Temple Sinai. When I'm not and I will be left dry.
Best wishes from Bradley Run and Loretta Howitt.
Wow.
That was great.
And I think before we go on, did you have something you wanted to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Surprise. But Rabbi, I've got something for you. Yes, but you're going to have to get unmuted. Because, Rabbi, one last time, here we have our opportunity for something that I know you love so very much. And this is my surprise to you. Hang on one quick second.
All right. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised already. All right. He's breaking out the Les Paul. All right. Oh. All right.
This is a little, have a little segment we like to do around here that we call Name That Classic Guitar Rock Solo.
Right. We love that. All right. We are all ready to play.
Oh yeah,
Aerosmith Sweet Ocean.
Almost. I had to change the preset on my guitar to Rock God. Okay?
Oh, okay.
On the amplifier. There's literally a preset called Rock God.
Sounds like it.
Here we go. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm going to turn everything up to 11 now. Here we go.
All right, More Than a Feeling. Brad got it too. Yeah, a number of people did.
I knew you would get it.
More Than a Feeling. I was in summer camp in Wisconsin, and it was that we had a social. I think it was my first dance with. It was my first dance with this really cute girl that I liked, and Boston was playing in the mess hall, and it was more than a feeling.
Yes, it was. It always is. Was it Economowalk, Wisconsin?
It was Rhinelander, Camp Timberlane, and Rhinelander outside Minocqua.
Gotcha. Very nice. We've got a lot of Wisconsinites in our Zoom room tonight. That's awesome. Well, all right. You passed. I don't think you've gotten one wrong yet. I enjoy doing that with you very much.
Well, thank you for sharing that. It's always so great to hear you play and to share our love of rock and roll.
Now, let's be clear. My son is way better than me at the electric guitar, but I've got some time on my hands coming up soon. I'm going to work on it. So.
Well, we're waiting for your band. What's the name of your band again? You told us a few weeks ago.
Really?
You remember the name of your band?
Like the band I'm starting?
Well, oh, you're starting a band? I was
No,
talking about you and Evan. You and Evan's band.
Oh, right.
Remember what you called it?
No, I don't.
You called it the Quarantine. A great name.
And Cantor's like visibly.
You remember that now. That's right.
Right.
Well, I'm glad we could do that one last time, Rabbi. I always enjoy it, and maybe I'll call you randomly throughout the summer and in the years to come. You'll never know when that phone rings sometimes, and it's me just to play my Les Paul for you.
I will look forward to it. I will greatly look forward to it.
Thank you. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to watch whatever happens next.
Whatever happens next is, we have another toast. Flo Cohen is going to give us our toast. Flo, you're up. As soon as Steve comes back.
Here I am. I was 2 feet away.
Okay. The first time I saw Cantor Steve was at one of our 5th Friday of the summer months, Shabbat in the Park services that we used to hold at the Adobe de San Rafael over on Dorothy Street. His then young kids were playing happily near one of the trees, but as the service neared its end, 4-year-old Evan decided he really needed his dad, and so ran across the concrete to get Dad's attention. Without missing a beat, a note or a strum, Cantor Steve bent down, scooped Evan up, and finished the song with Evan in his arms. It was at that moment that I became one of Cantor's biggest fans. Any man who could balance the needs of both the congregation and his young child in such a calm and loving way was someone I wanted to get to know. And that was before I knew you came from Chicago, Cantor. And the more I got to know you, Cantor Steve, the more impressed I was. One of the things I liked best was the way you sang with us and not at us. You taught us new songs and new melodies for old favorite prayers. And you came down the stairs from the Bema to sing among us and to encourage more participation. You brought people into the worship, and you did everything with such a warm smile that people couldn't help wanting to participate. Cantor Steve, you were a joy to work with on programs like the Community Seder. The first year you were here, I wanted to know what songs you wanted to sing so I could create and print out the song sheet for you. Something insisted upon by a prior cantor. Don't go to all that trouble, you said. I'll take care of it myself, and you did. For that Seder and every Seder and Hanukkah party since. Cantor, you've been a big supporter of both sisterhood and brotherhood, and work with us to make our individual group-led Shabbat services extra special by honoring our requests for certain versions of prayers and by suggesting additional music that might enhance our programs. Naturally, one of my favorite programs that you brought to Temple Sinai was the Shabbat 150 service. And I loved it even before you brought my husband, Larry, into the band as percussionist. The spirit in the room on Shabbat 150 and the joy everyone took in singing such uplifting music was palpable. And I know for a fact that I was not the only one who left those services literally with a song in my heart and a melody in my head. Cantor Steve, we're going to miss you and your entire family. You've been a golden thread in the fabric of our temple community, and we are blessed to have had these past 9 years with you. Best luck to all of you in your new adventure.
Oh, Flo, thank you so much. That means so much to me. I remember everything you talked about in there. I remember, there's a picture that Mark Lavender took of Evan after he had jumped into my arms.
Really?
In the park. I cherish that picture. Yeah. Thank you for telling that story.
Yeah, it was a very special moment.
Well,
it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and I think we should have a song now.
oh, you want a song? Okay.
Yes.
What do we got next? What do we got next? It's a Chicagoism. There we go. Kazakh. Song by my friend Dan Nichols that just has been so appropriate during the last few months. It's always appropriate, but just really hit me a few months ago with our changing lives and the new normal that we all live in. So here we go. We have come from near and far to raise our voice in song. And the more we join in the refrain, the more we feel strong. Kazakh, Kazakh, beneath Kazakh. There is a power in this place and time that shapes the rest of our lives. When we gather all as one, we find a truth we can't deny. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Kazakh, Kazakh, beneath Kazakh. Kazakh, Kazakh, beneath Kazakh. As we sing, we link ourselves to those who came before, and we're one with all those yet to come. Our strength, it will endure. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Kazakh, Kazakh. Be strong, be strong. Kazakh, Kazakh, beneath Kazakh. Kazakh, Kazakh.
And now, another video interlude.
No, I know. I can't believe they're leaving. Oh, wait, hold on. Hi, guys. We just want to say goodbye. We're going to miss you. We love you. We hope all goes well with your new adventure.
Thank you for helping with my Torah portion for my bar mitzvah and for my confirmation.
Thank you for preparing me for my bat mitzvah, even though you won't really be able to be there. But
Bye, Hummel family. We're gonna miss you. And just remember, 7 minutes a day. It's all you need. 7 minutes a day of practicing hypocrisy, and you're gonna fit right into DC.
Oh, okay. I got to get back to this. But bye, guys. Yeah, no. So they're moving to DC. What is up with that?
I want to thank you for everything you've ever done for me over the past couple years at Temple Sinai, from teaching me new songs that I've grown to love, to helping me prepare for my bat mitzvah and answering my many, many questions. I hope that wherever you're going, you're happy and successful. And don't be afraid to visit. You always have a place at Temple Sinai.
Shalom, Cantor Steve. Thank you much for everything. We wish you best on your new chapter. Leor and I enjoyed the services, and I've also enjoyed the Zoom services and everything that you've been doing, and we wish you well.
I agree wholeheartedly. Amen.
Cantor Steve, we love your music, love your personality, we love you, and we're sorry to see you go, but best of luck in your new endeavors.
Oh yes, so 30 seconds, here we go. Just sit right back and hear a tale of Cantor Steve, who makes us all so very sad because he has to leave. I could go on, 30 seconds. Everything Larry said, love you to pieces, love your smile, you were great for our community. We will miss you.
Mark and Tina Lowenthal here.
Wishing you the absolute best on your new adventure. We will miss you.
Definitely miss you.
Yeah, you've been a wonderful addition to the community, and it'll be a great loss. All the best. Take care.
Hi, Cantor Steve. The Lamberts here, Ruth and Charlie. We want to thank you for being such a blessing in our lives these last 9 years. We've loved getting to know you, and Lori and Sophie and Evan. We really enjoy knowing your family so much. And it's been wonderful sitting on the beam with you countless times, joking with you and laughing and enjoying the occasion. Lech Lecha. We know that you'll be a blessing to us no matter where you are, and we'll miss you too much.
It's been my great pleasure getting to know both you and your family. Thank you all for giving me some of my greatest memories.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I loved it. Thank you. There's another video. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow, but Mike Simon is going to give it a try. Mike, you're up.
Hi, Cantor Steve.
How was it?
It was good.
Good, okay.
Cantor Steve, I like saying that. I'm going to miss saying that. It seems like both like yesterday and a lifetime ago that you joined our humble congregation. For those of us who try to masquerade as adults, we remember your first services with us and the dawning realization that you were the yin to the rabbi's yang. The perfect team. The easy camaraderie between the two of you was just such a joyous thing to behold. It was a presence which only strengthened and deepened over the ensuing years. You are, I was going to say were, but you are always quick with the witty remark. You have the perfect melody for every occasion. Each time delivered with a flair that is uniquely your own. You've brought us deep insight into the music, not only explaining the purpose and meaning of the lyrics in a way that really hits home, but also giving us lively details about the composers of the melodies. I've learned more from you about the composers of Jewish music than anyone before. You've made the whole experience more purposeful and meaningful. Now, also as the parent of two teenagers who quite literally grew up with you as our cantor, they really don't remember anyone else. They think of you as the cantor of the temple. I could not be more grateful to you for the profound influence you've had over them the last 9 years. You've helped them to become wonderful young Jewish women. You have made their experience at Temple Sinai fulfilling and interesting, and dare I say, fun. There's a word that you don't often hear associated with temples, but it's true. Our temple is fun, and it's fun because of you. And we're going to miss you tremendously. As you and your truly spectacular family go forth on your next great adventure, I can only wish you what you have brought to me and my family. A life filled with joy, a life filled with wonder, and a life filled with peace. We'll miss you so much, and thank you so much. And it's a toast, so cheers.
Thanks so much, Mike and Lorna. It was beautiful. You'll send that to me also?
Yes.
I love it. That was really heartwarming. I always tell parents that whenever you write your speech to your children for the B'nai Mitzvah, make sure you give it to them so they can read it all the time. And I want to read that again and again.
Yeah, they don't want to read anything from their parents, trust me.
Haters. mean something someday. It means a lot to me now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let's have another song, shall we?
Oh, yeah? Let's sing
Yeah.
something together. You know,
Cantor, I have a question.
Yeah?
This song, do you have the lyrics in front of you? Or do you need them on the screen? Because I think people would enjoy watching you sing this one.
You think so?
I think they might, rather than watching me try to follow along with the lyrics.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. I sort of know what you mean.
You don't. That's fine. No trouble. Here we go.
So, but you know what? But you know something? When you come to the chorus each time,
Okay.
You know what this is? Yeah. So Lily and Leia, when they were speaking in their video, they mentioned something that I love to sing, which is, well, I know a few melodies for Psalm 150, the Hallelujah prayer. But one of my favorites is to take Leonard Cohen's song called Hallelujah and kind of meld it together with the Hebrew words. But I never do this for you. Let's do this. Now if there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this, fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, the path of king, composing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. hallelujah, hallelujah. Perhaps something a little unexpected. You always hear me do the Hebrew. The English words written by Leonard Cohen had nothing to do with Psalm 150.
It's my favorite. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, we have our fourth and final video segment.
Dear Cantor Steve, we surely do grieve, knowing that our congregation you will soon leave.
But this Spiel family does also feel glee for all you have done and for every memory.
You brought uplifting song and much joy to every man, woman, girl, and boy, along with spiritual teachings that our souls did buoy.
We wish you much happiness and success as ahead on your journey you do press, and your contributions continue to impress.
Don't forget our little shul in Glendale as you to new horizons sail. We will be here for you without fail. Congratulations, Cantor Steve.
You will be sorely missed.
Hi, Cantor. Thank you so much for everything. I had an amazing time on my bat mitzvah, and I have had an amazing time at synagogue since 4th grade. We'll miss you so much.
We'll totally miss you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for the temple. You've brought a spirit that will be impossible to replace. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in Chevy Chase.
We still laugh at all your jokes.
All of Bet
We
Mike's.
will. They will live forever.
It's Maggie and Jan Freed here to wish you well, you and your family, and thank you for the years you've led us in beautiful song.
And whenever you conducted the Jewish musical Soul Train, I enormously enjoyed the ride. Thank you.
Cantor Steve, Lori, Sophie, and Evan.
Here's to B'nai Mitzvah Prep.
A very special guitar violin duet.
Good friends. A wonderful family.
And a new adventure. We will miss you. Love, Nancy, Gino, Maddie, and Russell.
Hi, Cantor. It's Ma'ayan Lev, and I want to thank you so much for all the wonderful things you've done for our synagogue over the years. You were a great mentor to me, and a big part of the reason I decided to enroll in rabbinical school. We're going to miss you and your family a lot, and we hope that you come back to visit often.
Hi, Cantor Steve. Hi, Cantor Steve. This is the Namiro family, and we wanted to send you a little blessing on your new adventure. We'll miss you.
That was beautiful. How about that for some violin playing?
So much beautiful music. And now, Rabbi, I think I'm handing it over to you.
Well, thank you, Deb. Thank you, Deb, and thank you, Cantor. Wow, the Yivarechacha on the violin is a very tough act to follow. That was beautiful, Sarah. What a moving night this is. So many touching tributes for our beloved Cantor and family by our Temple family. And what joyful and magnificent music you've shared with us all, Cantor Steve, tonight and for the past 9 years. You've been an inspiration to us, and you've blessed us and our community in countless ways. I still remember like it was yesterday when you first met with a minion of us back in the spring of 2011. I'm sure you remember that too. We were sitting on the bema in a circle, you may recall, you and me and the members of our cantorial search committee. We were getting to know each other, and a member of the search committee said, "Hey, Cantor, can you lead us in a song?" Well, you pulled out your guitar and you surprised us with a killer riff from the rock band AC/DC. Now, that never happened. That did not happen. I just know that you and your son Evan love AC/DC, so I thought I'd throw that in.
Thank you.
No, what did happen is that you led our search committee in a wonderful Jewish song that we all could sing along to. And I'll never forget how at a certain point in that song, you stopped singing. You stopped singing, but you kept playing guitar so that we could sing and so that we could lead as you accompanied us. I think it was at that moment that we all knew you were going to be our cantor. You were going to be our cantor because you did something deeply spiritual and soulful and Hamisha in that moment, along with the song that you sang. You did what our Jewish mystical tradition calls tzimtzum. Tzimtzum, for those of you who may not know, is a Hebrew word that means contraction. Contraction. It means making a sacred space for others to step in, for others to fill, to allow others to shine too. And that's when we knew that you were not only a cantor of extraordinary musicianship and sweet melodious voice, you were also a cantor of exceptional character and generous, sweet soul. And that's what we've all been blessed to experience with you for these past 9 years. The women and men of our community and the children, the boys and girls of all ages, as you all heard tonight, as people shared so beautifully, so wonderfully, the connections and the blessing that you've been to us. As we saw and heard tonight, Cantor Steve has a very special bond with the children of our community. They love him and he loves them. He's devoted to our boys and girls, and he shared music with them at least twice a month on Sundays, and he tutored and prepared bar and bat mitzvah students, including my 2 children. He led all our children during family services and children's services and Tat Shabbat. And now standing before Cantor Steve for most of these occasions, I had a front row seat. I was fortunate to have a front row seat. And I've got to tell everybody, one of the things that I most love to see, what I would truly marvel at about Cantor Steve, in addition to how the kids enjoyed singing with him, was how Cantor Steve related to the children in tefillah, in prayer service, that we have on Sundays and Wednesdays in religious school. And what I most marvel at, how from time to time, when the students would get a little squirrely, when they would get a little chatty with their classmates during tefillah sometimes, and this may surprise some of the parents here tonight, but sometimes, just sometimes, mind you, 1 or 2 of the children might even misbehave during tefillah from time to time. Not your child, of course, not your child. And when some of the children would get swirly or chatty or sometimes misbehave, Cantor Steve had a way, a remarkable way of redirecting and refocusing them. I've never seen anything quite like it. And I would simply be in awe of his ability to lovingly and firmly and compassionately address the misbehavior and redirect the student. I was simply in awe of Cantor's ability to do that. So I'd like to ask you, Cantor Steve, when our children return to Temple Sinai, whenever it's safe to do that, if during religious school tefillah in the future, if I experience any chattiness or misbehaving, can I call you and put you on speaker in the sanctuary and have you talk to the kids?
FaceTime.
FaceTime, even better, because they will listen. They will listen to you. All right, let's do it. Cantor, Alyssa, we're going to call on him if we need to. Now, something else that I think we've all enjoyed over these past 9 years, Cantor, was your playfulness, your wonderful sense of humor while you led us. It's been talked about tonight. It's true that our rapport together was utterly unique. Here we are, two Midwesterners of the same generation who both love good music, good stories, and good humor. It made for some very, very special moments. Now, some people have compared our playful rapport to Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon. As a matter of fact, Preston did that tonight in the chat box. We've been compared to Johnny Carson and McMahon. Some people have compared our beam of banter to the Smothers Brothers. And if you get that reference to the Smothers Brothers, dear friend, you're revealing your age like I am.
Right?
Cantor, you don't know from the Smothers Brothers, do you?
How young do you think I am? Of course I do. I mean, I didn't get to experience them with a full understanding the way you did, but, you know, mid-70s.
Right. There was Smothers Brothers, Sonny and Cher, Donny Osmond, one of the guys that you love, Flip Wilson, all those guys. So we have been compared to Johnny Carson, Ed McMahon, the Smothers Brothers, and believe it or not, Cantor Steve, some people have even compared us to these guys.
Oh, no. Wait, let's be very clear that I'm the one on the right. You're the one on the left. No, never mind. I'll be the one on the left. You'll be the one on the right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I don't think we've actually been compared to these two guys, but now people might compare us to them.
But wait a second. It's not about the grayness, the fuzzy sideburns and mustaches. I guess about like the jovialness and the joy they have in working together. I get it. I see it.
Exactly. The jovialness, the commentary up in the balcony, the repartee, all that stuff. All that stuff.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, and I like it.
Well, Cantor, you brought a playful joy to our worship and temple experience, as Mike said. And in the process, you helped the community, and Cantor, you helped me realize the wonderful words of the psalmist who said, serve God with joy. Serve God with joy. So thank you for allowing us all to do that. And we want to thank Cantor Steve's beautiful family for being an integral part of our community for these past 9 years. Lori, thank you for being involved in sisterhood and campership. There she is, Lori. Thank you for being involved in sisterhood and campership and for your commitment to social justice and tikkun olam. It is an inspiration to us all, and we all wish you so much success as the head of school in the DC school you'll be serving. And we want to hear about it, and we want you to share with us the things that are going on at your school and tell us how we can help make the world a better place too, here from Southern California. Sophie and Evan, I see Sophie and Evan's around, I'm sure. There he is. Oh, I love it. Jason's doing split screens. He's going back and forth. Sophie and Evan, thank you so much. Thank you both so much for growing up in our temple community. and for you guys being such a big part of it. So many holidays and Shabbat and events. You guys brightened up the room with your smiles and with your friendliness. And it was such a joy to watch you guys grow over the years. And in addition to religious school and your fantastic bat and bar mitzvah ceremonies, you both always helped around here. You both participated in campership. And Sophie, thanks so much for being an aide and an assistant in religious school these past number of years. And Evan, thank you so much for playing guitar and percussion for Tat Shabbat. We're gonna miss you guys. We're gonna miss you guys more than words can say. And to Cantor Steve, my clergy partner these past 9 years, words certainly can't capture what an honor it has been to stand beside you and lead our temple community. You've given us all inspiring and beautiful music and prayer. You've taught us Torah through your words and through your deeds. You've led and you nurtured people of all ages, and your kindness and your menschlichkeit and your collaboration have enriched us all. My dear Cantor, you've given us the PJEs, the positive Jewish experiences that we all cherish. Through your music, through your leadership and modeling of Jewish values, through your heart and soul, and through your being. And as I like to say, a great cantor, a truly great cantor, is someone who can inspire us on the bima and off the bima, both on and off the bima. And that's what you do, and that is who you are, my friend. That is who you are. So we all wish you well in the exciting years ahead. Cantor Steve and Lori and Sophie and Evan, now that you begin a new journey and an exciting new chapter in your life, we ask God's blessings upon you. May you go forth in health. May you go forth in happiness. May you go forth in safety, establishing your new home in DC, blessed by the sense of God's presence and blessed by loving family and loving friends. May your new home be filled with the sounds of laughter and the warmth of love and the beauty of friendship. May you find fulfillment. May you find joy in all your endeavors. We know that you're going to be such a profound blessing to your new community, as you have all been such a profound blessing to all of us. And has been said, if and when you're in town here in LA, even while you're in DC, you know that you always have a home here at Temple Sinai. So this is certainly not goodbye. This is, as the Israelis say, lehitraot, lehitraot, until we see you again. And we now wish God's blessings upon you in the words of the psalmist, Adonai yishmar tzetcha uvoecha, me'ata ve'ad olam. The Eternal One shall guard and protect your new entrances and your going forth now and forever. And Jason, I wonder if we can open it up to everybody here tonight so that we can all say, Amen.
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 Amen. Thank you, Cantor.
Nice
Amen.
words, Rabbi.
Amen.
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 Amen. Love you all. Shabbat shalom.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Bye-bye.
Amen.
Amen. We're gonna miss you.
All the best.
Thank you, Rabbi. I now have the pleasure of calling up our almost past president, Maggie Freed, to say a few words. And Maggie, you're up.
That was a fast presidency.
Oh, she's done?
Yeah, she said our almost past president.
So, Cantor, I understand that some gifts have been delivered to your home, and I wonder if you could them. But you are muted.
How's that?
He muted everybody. Yeah, that's good. So, do you have these gifts
Yeah, should
nearby somewhere?
I do. So you want me to start with what was in the blue boxes?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm not going far away. So
okay.
These were beautiful. Oh my gosh. It was so thoughtful. So in any specific order?
No.
Start with this?
Sure.
Gorgeous. This is a
okay. This is a holocover that was created by artist Diana Krushik. And on behalf of the officers, the board, the congregation, we'd like to present these tokens of our love and appreciation for all that you've done for us over the past 9 years. And that's one of them.
Okay. That's
and let's
beautiful.
see some more.
It's going to get a lot of usage.
Good.
That's a beautiful one I've seen. That's really wonderful. So should we start with this?
Yeah.
I know what this is for.
Yeah. And we know that that's a beautiful menorah.
It's a Rosenthal.
Yes. By Gary Rosenthal. And with a little thing, yes, with love and appreciation for your years of service. Mm-hmm. So we just want to be sure that when you use these things in your home, when you and your family light candles in that menorah and cover your challah with that beautiful cover, that you will think of Temple Sinai and remember our appreciation and love.
There's a third one. Hang on.
There is a third one.
I didn't unwrap it all the way because it looks so delicate, but this is really wonderful. It's another Rosenthal piece for anyone that's not sure. This is the dreidel.
It's a musical dreidel, yeah.
So
well, maybe you shouldn't open it all the way.
Just leave the dreidel.
Then you have to pack it up again, right?
Yeah, totally. I'll show you a little bit of this dreidel because the dreidel is gorgeous.
Mom said leave it packed. Mom said leave
It's
it
okay.
packed.
I can pack it. It's not like I don't have a lot of other things to pack.
Well, I don't want to start any conflict in the home. Oh boy, that is gorgeous. Well, when you play with that, when you win using that dreidel, you think of Temple Sinai.
Thank you, and that goes right.
And it's my honor to announce these gifts.
Well, thank you so much, Maggie, and the entire congregation from whom you are giving these gifts. It's very beautiful and thoughtful, and I will cherish them forever. That's really terrific. Wow, they're really gorgeous.
Thank you.
Well, in addition to those gifts from the community, we also put together a few things to help your family on your cross-country road trip. So you should also have a box that has some packages in it. Why don't you dig that one up?
Get knife. I'll get knife. I'll get knife.
I don't think we need a knife.
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually not as heavy as it looks.
All right. All right, now's a good moment to go ahead and open it up.
I got a knife.
All right, he got a little knife. All right, careful. Ooh.
Ooh. It's okay, open it up. Open it up.
I popped a balloon.
That's okay.
My boy.
Open it up and pull it out. There should be a bag. Oh, it worked.
Yeah. I got balloons. I got balloons.
Exactly as designed, yes.
2 balloons.
All right, there should be some bags in there. And the first one, they're all cleverly labeled in number order.
Who cares? The balloons are amazing. They would waft out, and we broke one trying to open the box.
It was our attempt to do a party in a box. You know, we're trying here. Virtual is hard.
That is awesome. Oh, you got all these bags.
All right, find the one that's labeled number 1. These are things to help you on your trip, so go ahead and open that one up.
Open it. Can I open one too?
Can my kids open them?
Yes, they absolutely can open them.
Evan gets number 1.
All right, Evan, open this up. This is an important thing to help you on your trip.
All right.
It's not going to explode. Go ahead, rip it open. This is for all the rest stops.
Yes.
It's only one roll though, so you got to make it last.
We have a roll of toilet paper.
All right, good.
Yes.
That's the most important thing for the trip. All right, now find bag number 2.
Bag number 2.
Bag number 2 is to entertain the kids.
What is it? Is it Wooly Willy?
It's for when you get out of the Wi-Fi.
Oh, classic playing.
Classic playing cards.
Those are non-digital. I know.
I love them. They're going to get used. Trust me. You play a lot.
All right. But if they don't, then what's in bag number 3 is especially for you and Lori if the complaining gets a little too much.
Is it alcohol?
Earplugs. Yes.
Number 4.
Yes. Although, if that is not enough, what's in bag number 4 will definitely help.
To tape our mouth shut?
And if you really get desperate, the playing cards aren't enough, the masking tape isn't enough, you can use what's in number 5 as a last resort.
Super glue?
That would be cruel.
What do we got, Seth? Oh, this is gold.
Gold?
Starbucks.
How much is that for? Oh, it's not real gold. Okay.
And then after that,
Wait. These for anyone who's wondering, these are 4 Starbucks cards, and I bet they're gonna get me plenty of caffeine to get through that road trip.
for sure. As a matter of fact, no road trip should be attempted without what's in the next bag.
Okay. What
If
bag
the
do you want?
Starbucks isn't enough.
6?
Can I?
Evan's got this one. Here, I'll put the box down.
More cards.
No, that's not cards.
That was him doing a magic trick for you.
We have
Making
Jet Alert. Caffeine. Heck yeah.
That's not for you, Evan. That's for your dad.
I'm so grateful that you would think of something so practical.
I want some.
No. These are, because sometimes when you just don't want to like drink 2 extra large coffees, so you have to stop at rest stops. Some caffeine in pill form is magnificent. You know me very well.
Okay, for the kids then, what's in book 7? What's in box 7 there?
So did you guys see that magic trick when Evan made the cards appear to appear?
That was amazing. That fooled me.
Yay.
Oh. Johnson's, this was so thoughtful.
Oh no, I can't take credit. This is Susie Ribnick's genius. I just got designated reader.
Whoa.
Susie Ribnick, my goodness.
This is awesome.
All right.
All right, and the last bag is just some things for you to enjoy when you get to DC.
So should I leave it closed for now?
No, you can open it. It's okay.
Okay, here we go. This is a pretty awesome little bag of goodies. That's the nicest thing. All right. Yes.
About
Corona, I hope.
No, I just with my throat.
Yes.
Is it coming in backwards for you guys? I don't know.
No, that's right.
Streetwise navigation or Washington D.C. It's backwards for me. Almost like navigation. Navigation D.C. And 111 places, Washington, that you must not miss. 100 places in Washington.
You can't read.
Well,
that's awesome. That is so great.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, and again, thank you, Susie, for putting all that together.
That's amazing. This is really, really great stuff. I do still love old school analog maps that you can hold in your hand.
Classic.
Yeah, and sometimes Wi-Fi goes out, and guess what? It's laminated. Just saying. Jason, you were laughing at me for getting that. Just saying.
I think it's awesome.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say at the end of as we come to the end, thank you so much from me and my family personally, all the wonderful things that have been said tonight. Yes, that and 100 times more. We're going to miss all of you so much, and I think we are now to the point of actually the Havdalah portion of Havdalah that all these almost 100 people showed up for Havdalah.
Right. I guess we should do Havdalah. So what I'm going to ask for is a little bit of help kind of spreading some things out of the way so we don't burn them and spill wine on them, and especially the Starbucks cards. Can't burn the Starbucks cards.
What are we gonna burn?
Rabbi, are we going to?
Yeah, Cantor, are you almost ready? I just want to make sure that you've got everything that you need to do Havdalah, because you've got all the Jewish ritual items and what beautiful Judaica from the temple.
Yeah, we do. So this is a Havdalah set that I've had for I don't know how many years.
Oh, nice.
But this is the candle and the spices, and we have a glass of wine, fermented grape juice.
The real thing. You got the real thing tonight.
So,
well, great. Great.
I guess we're going to do it. I guess we're going to light that candle. And
all right.
Now
we'll get that going. And as Cantor, yeah?
It's about a 4-minute candle, I'd say.
Okay. All right. Well, this will be less than 4. We can do this in 4. Well, our dear friends, now we're going to bid farewell to Shabbat with the Jewish ritual of Havdalah. Just as Shabbat begins with candles and wine, just as it begins with candles and wine, so too we end Shabbat with candlelight and wine, and we add sweet-smelling spices. May the blessings of Shabbat flow into our lives tonight and into the week ahead.
Here we go.
Wine is a symbol of joy. May happiness and joy permeate our lives, and may the Hummel family always be blessed with sweetness, joy, and fulfillment. The sweet-smelling spices of Havdalah refresh and renew us. May the upcoming week be infused with sweetness, with fragrance, and with abundant life. And may the Hummel family always be blessed with life's goodness and life's freshness and beauty.
Thank you, Rabbi.
That multi-wicked Havdalah candle reminds us that we can kindle many lights in our lives. May the fire we kindle tonight and throughout the week be holy. May it bring light and warmth to others and to the world. And may the Hummel family always be blessed with the light and the warmth of family and friends and community. And the final blessing of Havdalah speaks of the separation in life between light and darkness, and the ordinary and the sacred. May we unite the opposites of life through our actions and our love. And may the Hummel family always be united in love, in goodness, and in blessing.
Thank you, Rabbi. המבדיל בין קודש לחול, המבדיל בין קודש לחול.
That is our campfire. Cantor, that was part of our campfire.
la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Da 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 da. Olam chesedi b'nei, da 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 da. Olam chesedi b'nei, da 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 da. Olam chesedi b'nei, da da da. I will build this world from love. And you must build this world from love. And we must build this world from love. Then God will build this world from love.
Well, I think all that's left to us is whatever you would like to say, Steve. I have the last thing on my list. It says goodbyes and closing.
Well, I will sing a closing song. It's part of the goodbye I've kind of put together. And then I started putting together some eloquent words, and I got through like 2 paragraphs. And the rest of it, I'm just going to do my best to do what I always say you should never do, is wing it. But I'll start with a few thoughts I've put down. And Rabbi, you alluded to this just now with your remarks during Havdalah, that it's a ceremony marking the end of Shabbat that literally means separation. Havdalah separates the holy from the ordinary in our lives, and it celebrates a new beginning. And how befitting for us to be marking a separation and a new beginning. Certainly the holy from the ordinary, because these last 9 years have been so holy. Our sages taught that we should in fact be in no hurry to leave the holiness and the joy of Shabbat. Rather, we should extend Shabbat as long as we possibly can and put Havdalah off until it's no longer practical to not put it off. You know, that's how I felt about saying goodbye to you. It would have been really easy to just end this in a Friday night service last night. I was in no hurry to say goodbye, to separate from the congregation. This congregation has meant the world to me and my family these last 9 years. You filled my heart with immense joy. I didn't just come to Temple Sinai because I was looking for a congregation where I could work. I was looking for a place to raise my children, to have positive Jewish experiences, those PJEs Rabbi taught us about. We all knew we were looking for PJEs, but Rabbi put it into those 3 letters so well, and I said, yes, that's why we're here. And what Temple Sinai has given my children these last 9 years has been immeasurable, and it's been priceless. It's been an incredible Jewish community for Lori and I to raise Sophie and Evan in your midst. I certainly want to thank an awful lot of people for these last 9 years and for all the joy that we have, that we've experienced. It's the entire community, the sisterhood and the brotherhood that makes so many of the wheels spin at Temple Sinai, and the volunteers. And I'm going to forget people. I'm going to wake up at 2 in the morning and say, oh, I forgot to thank somebody. But I think about Susie Ribnick and everything she has done, not just for tonight, but to make the B'nai Mitzvah happen for our entire community. And what you did for my children, for Sophie's Bat Mitzvah 2 years ago, and even everything you did for Evan's Bar Mitzvah that happened on Zoom, and it was still wonderful. Thank you. I think about everything that Flo does as a volunteer, and the volunteers that fix our building, that design our building, that paint our building, the volunteers that make Shabbat happen, the volunteers that make the Onegs wonderful, and I want to talk about the 150 band that we started 9 years ago. I'm so grateful to Brad Lieberman, who played the Matovu and creative lyrics tonight with Loretta. That was really cool, Brad. Hey, Brad, thanks. We made some wonderful music together. I've enjoyed you so much. And then we brought in Joel, and Joel said, I'm going to play the drum. And remember the first time he brought that little drum, it was about this big, or maybe it was the bongos, right? 2 drums. And we bought that big one for him. Said, you're too good. We're going to buy you. And then Joel decided, I'm going to play bass. And Joel became an unbelievable bass player. I mean, what a gift. It's easy to find a good drummer, but an amazing bass player. And then we brought Larry in on the djembe and on the cajon. Larry Cohen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing so much to our musical worship. And over the years, we wove in other instrumentalists, such as our friend Lily, such as Sarah Namiro, such as Rachel Fabulich. We had Rivka Ross for a while, also playing a small drum kit on the bima. And then Sharon Abrams came to play piano with us. And the music that we did the third Shabbat of every month the last 8 years, 8.5 years, it was so meaningful, so meaningful. So I thank all of you for all the time you put in rehearsing with me and learning my favorite Jewish melodies, and giving me your opinions about your favorites. And together I think we just had a lot of fun, and it meant a lot to the congregation. And I thank the choir for their dedication. Of course, Sandy Stein for his work with us over all these years, such an amazing accompanist. I want to thank the leadership of Temple Sinai over all these years, the presidents with whom I've had the pleasure of working, first with Mark Lavender, and then Eddie Poland, and Donna Barr, and Mike Simon, and then Maggie Freed. Thank you, all of you, for your support and your cooperation and your enthusiasm for helping me be the best I could be for the congregation. And of course, the larger board and everyone that's been on the board over the last 9 years, and your dedication to coming the fourth Thursday of every month. And the committees that were so important to making sure the work was done for the congregation. Roger Barr for leading our ritual committee these last several years. I want to thank the religious school and all the teachers that made it such a joy to be there with the children over all these years. Carolyn, I was going to get to Carolyn in a little bit, but I guess you're representing teachers. There you go. We're going to come back to you shortly. To the rest of the temple staff, which are currently Jason Marks and Susan Hain and Azo and Jake Barr and Lori Kleinberg. You all do so much, and you're such a joy to work with. Thank you for everything you've done. I want to thank, of course, the committee that made tonight happen. it's not lost on me how strange this is. Most people don't retire or leave a job and have a Zoom event like this. It's not lost on me what an honor it is, and it's an uncommon honor, and I thank you all for that, for all of you coming tonight to be part of it, and for all of you that worked so hard to make it happen in such a joyful way. This has really been memorable. I'll never forget this night for as long as I live. And I want to talk about my Lorna, thank you for all the Shabbat dinners for my family. You fed us so well over all these years. And I want to thank Carolyn and Rick. Carolyn, I learned from you. I admire you and your commitment to this synagogue over all the years that you have been here. You've meant so much to the community, and you've meant so much to me. I've learned a lot working with you. I've enjoyed your presence and your calmness so very much. I'm going to miss you. I enjoy our talks. I've been very lucky to get to work with you over these last 9 years. And Rick, many of you don't know this. Sometimes in private, we call each other Rick and Steve. It's usually Rabbi and Cantor, but when no one's looking, it's Rick and Steve. And I've enjoyed you so much. I admire your wisdom. I admire your thoughtfulness, your menschlichkeit, the depth of your thinking, your open-heartedness. I love that you engage in critical debate over the important issues that we have to look at as temple leaders to figure out the right course to chart for the congregation, and your embrace of the partnership that we've had the last 9 years. It's been so inspiring. It's made it such a joy to come to work and be with you. I've enjoyed our lightheartedness and our humor that we have also been able to enjoy while we got a lot of great work done and created a lot of, I think, PJEs. That's why we got into this. We get into this because of the PJEs. And I think we did it. I think we did it well. We have a lot to be proud of. And I thank you so much for being the best partner I could ask for in this endeavor. It was of a shared coupling, if you will, that I would come to work at Temple Sinai with you 9 years ago. So I thank you for having me and supporting me so much over all these years. And for all the kind words you said tonight. Thanks. Seem soon, yeah. Making space for somebody new. I want to welcome your new cantor, Alyssa Rosenbaum. I think she is so lucky. I think you are all so lucky. That's her right there.
Hi there.
She's got a beautiful voice and a beautiful neshama. We've spent a lot of time in recent days getting to know each other and talking about the temple and what's important to the temple. I think you all are really lucky. I think you're going to enjoy one another very much, and I wish Alyssa such success and happiness in her new role as the cantor of Temple Sinai of Glendale. I think she sees what a privilege it is to be part of this congregation, and you are all going to be so privileged to have her on the bima every Friday night and for your holidays and at your life cycle events. You guys really scored. It's going to be really great. Let's sing one more song, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
All right. You know, maybe an unexpected song yet again. I just can't get any relief. This is part of my pride for you, lifting light for you. You still make me feel like a thief. Stealing your love away, 'cause you never give it. Healing the years away, and we can't relive it. Oh, I make you laugh, and you make me cry. I believe it's time for me to fly. I'm going to call an audible here, Jason. You don't have to put up any more words. I wrote the next verse. This is what I did between dinner and the start of this. You said, come sing with us. I said I'd be so blessed. So we set out for 9 years of song. We laughed and we cried a lot. Felt like we tied the knot. I never thought that we'd have to part. But life brought some twists and turns that I never expected. Although we'll be miles apart, our hearts are connected. I'll always cherish you, that's hard to deny. I believe it's time for me to fly. Time for me to fly. Time for me to fly. It's time for me to fly. It's time for me to fly.
Oh, that was so good. I wasn't crying, and now finally at the end I'm crying. You win.
I'm going to miss you all so very much.
Oh, we're going to miss you too. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining this evening. It was absolutely lovely.
Can we have a big goodbye?
I think we can. I know the guy who controls the mute.
Thank you, Cantor.
Bye, Cantor.
Thank you.
Bye.